Hello, YouTube. Sorry, I'm just having a quick look at OBS here because it didn't seem to respond to my first click, and I'm not even sure if you'll ever see this. This could be me just talking to the liveys and that's it, but we'll just take it as read. It says it's recording. It should be good, shouldn't it? It should work. This is a candidate for my best intro to a YouTube video ever. Wow, I bet some of you out there are practically filling your knickers right now. Oh, disgusting. Well, I mean, it depends on your perspective, really. What are we up to? I want someone to remake Cruise for a Corpse. I got stuck on a level in 1996 and never finished it. That was one of the games that I saw advertised quite a bit as a kid and always wanted to play but never actually got to play. I remember those old full-page adverts in the games magazines. I can't remember exactly what the wording was, but there was a big picture of a boat or a ship. I'm not entirely sure. I do know the distinction between a ship and a boat. A ship is something that's big enough to put a boat on. I think that's the distinction. Could be wrong. People who do not use capital letters should be punished. Well, I think you're beating a losing horse. Talk about mixing metaphors. I think you're. I mean, I agree. I like the use of capital letters and full stops and all that jazz, but God, don't bring it up to people. They get so defensive. So defensive. People do not like to be corrected in spelling, punctuation, or word meaning. They get really defensive. So I stopped doing it. I thought people would like to know that they were saying the wrong thing, but fuck no. No. They all go, oh I'm going to post this in r/fuckwits who think they can correct me. And, I'm like, alright, keep saying it wrong. It's up to you. Sure, I do it wrong lots of the times, and I would like to be informed if I'm saying things incorrectly. Like the whole timber tamba tambra nonsense. Although that didn't really resolve itself, did it? It would appear there is no correct way. That's just an imaginary word. Anyway, where were we? Sorry. Ships are used to carry cargo or passengers. Boats are a general term for water-going vesicles. Vesicles? Vessels. Thank you, Ravelin. That's good. I'm not going to check that. I'm going to accept that as true. Or at least I'm going to just allow some belief to sort of float on top of the concept. So someone's not storing stuff in a stockpile because they're horrified. I'm not entirely sure what's causing that, but let's take a little look. Let's pop out there. Who's outdoors? Why are you outdoors? Oh, we're not under siege. Well, that's nice. That's very nice. I'm not entirely sure why this guy's outdoors, though, fannying around up here on the hillside. What were you up to, mate? What's your plan? Led Netzavir, the potter. Overwhelmed by horror. Oh dear. What's causing that, then? Is it all the undead roaming around on the surface? Did you see that animated cat head? I imagine that would probably be a little bit unnerving if it came rolling towards you. Meow, meow. Oh, he's off. They've overcome their overwhelming terror. It's fine. No need to worry. Everybody calm down. Stop panicking. Put your willies away. Relax. There's the leaving traders that we never got to talk to last time. Bit sad. I just sort of sat there in a sort of daze and watched them walk away for some reason. Oh, cannot produce a steel warhammer. Cannot produce wood cage. Excuse me? Did I request steel warhammers? Maybe I did, but there is no fucking way we're out of steel. There's absolutely no way. I duped so much steel, it's daft. Oh, hello, we've got someone in a mood. Toasted page fortune, having the aspect of one fey. Oh, hello. Are they shouting, or are they working? Tanned hides. Rock. Logs. Rock blocks. Cut gems. Rock. Plant cloth. Raw green glass. That's almost certainly what they're stuck on. So, let's get this bad boy going and make ourselves some green glass, raw green glass. And you know what? Let's make a few of them. Let's do a few, just to make sure that there's some knocking around when it's time. Ah, that's Ravelin's thing. I'll remember that now in chat. Every time I have boat-based or ship-based questions, I'll be hunting Ravelin down. Not in the sort of stalking, killing, predator kind of way. That would be bad. In the kind of, the way you might hunt a library book down. Doesn't need much hunting, to be fair. If you know the Dewey Decimal System, you can just go to where it is on the shelf. Very easy. No, we've got wood. We should have plenty of leather as well. I'm going to guess it's green glass, but there is an easy way to check that, isn't there? Go to stocks, press E and say RAW. Got one piece of raw green glass. Okay, they've already got that. That's... It must be that, because we've got everything else in abundance. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have cloth in abundance? That's not guaranteed, actually. Let's go up to here. I'm guessing this is the cloth stockpile. It is. Anything in this bin? Does the give to clothiers workshop thing stop anyone from taking in a mood? Do we even really need that that thing? I don't think we do. Let's open that up and see if our boy can get some cloth. I mean, we've never really had any issues getting cloth before. In fact, I tell you what, let's do a stock check for cloth just to make sure we've got some. C-L-O-T-H. Cloth bin, sheep wool loincloth, alpaca wool cloth. We do have pigtail cloth. Plenty of pigtail cloth. Yet it is not being picked up. Yes. No cloth. Interesting. Yeah, make sure you catch me creeping on you. One day you'll be sitting there in a chair, working away, going do-do-do-do-do-do, tapping on your keyboard, and I'll just lean over your shoulder and go, "Remind me about the definition of boats and ships again, please." And then I'll just fade into the darkness again. You'll never spot me. Sal doesn't think it prevents use, but we shall see. Well, we won't see because I've disabled it now, so... Although it's not resulting in them going off to do anything, so that's fine. Do we have any glass makers? Now that's an important thing to check, isn't it? Ugh. No. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now we have a look for glass makers. Where are our glassy boys and glassy girls? Come on. Glass making. Here we go. I mean, we've got a few people who can do glass making, so I'm not sure why they're not actually producing anything interesting. Why no green glass? It's an active job. Presumably we have sand. It's not like we don't have sand collection going, is it? Oh no, here comes somebody going the other way. Okay. Maybe if we go up to the farms. No, we were in the right place first. Go here. A dead young goblin. What now? Dead young goblin cup. Thank you for the poop there. Much appreciated, Sal. Confidence surges as the enemy crumble. Bit of darkest dungeon there. Why is the collect sand order suspended? That's not sensible. We want more sand. Oh, I bet we haven't got enough thingies, have we? Can't extract adamantine wafers. That's fine. It would be nice to get all this crap up from the surface. There's so much stuff. Maybe if I go down to the unsegregated storage area and start spamming in some more space. Yeah, look at that. The finished the furniture one's absolutely ramo. P, is it U for furniture? Of course it is. Of course it is. And if I do a biggie, there we go. Because finished goods can go into bins, so we can always sort them out. But furniture, very difficult to box up. I mean, obviously they manage it at IKEA, but that's pre-assembly. Pre-assembly, easy to box. Post-assembly, pain in the poo. That's a little rubric that I live by. I just made that up. Don't listen to anything I say. It's all lies. Apart from that, that's true. And oh dear. Hope there's no artificial intelligences in chat. I've just caught you in a paradox, and no doubt your heads will explode. Or at least that's what Star Trek told me. Right, let's forbid the raw green glass they've already got in the name of forbid and unforbid. Will they go and get it? Looks like someone is making more green. There we go. Okay, so going for the second piece of raw green glass, and we've broken the bottleneck. Beautiful. Beautiful. Amazing. Just what we were hoping for. Right, let's go and check on the adamantine then. Now that we've made sure our moody boy isn't going to lose their marbles, let's have a little peek down here and see what we've got in terms of breaking out the old adamantine. Now, I feel like we probably need to dig out more on this level before we open the floodgates again, because much as we've got a lot of stuff... Oh god, there's corpses galore around here. It's ridiculous. Let's channel out here, because we can. That one. So there, yep, that's that. I also want to channel out... Oh no, we need that much higher priority. 4's no good. That's good. Oh, we need to do... Oh god, hang on. Just remembering the code. Just remembering how it's supposed to be done. Staggered. Separated pieces. Not all in one long bit, because you'll end up with a massive fucking death count. Just from trying to get a few bits dug. It's not good. Are you sure that you have gems? I'm reasonably confident, but let's go and quickly check our moody person. Looks like they're on their way. They're going pretty ham. Just check what have you got in there. Just green glass. Hopefully the rest of it's available. That would be nice. What's going on here? Silver arrow. Oh, I see. They're doing... Oh, all that crap that was on the surface that needed smelting. They're going and collecting it. Very clever. Powerful thinking. Genius level plays. Okay, back down to the adamantine. I was getting very excited there. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get all this adamantine out of the ground today. And then I looked at this hot mess and thought, maybe not so much. Although I would like our miners to get down here. That would be nice. That would be flipping lovely. Absolutely bloody marvellous. How many miners do we have these days? Let's have a little peek on the... That's the wrong screen, scoundrel. Let's have a little peek on the correct screen. How about that? It's not like we don't have miners. Is these guys got it activated? No. Cool. Commit. There we go. Now we've got a load of miners on. How about you as well? Go on, Arctrect. Get in on the action. I'm pretty sure we've got the picks. We should be okay. Not today. It's cool enough today that I can keep my shirt on. No tit shots tonight for you. No shirtless scoundrel. Oh, God. It's depressing when you see an accidental... like brief split second of yourself revealed on the internet is your most popular clip. Yay. Great. Anyway, where were we? We were looking at the dwarves and trying to get this dug out. I'm concerned about the amount of time it's taking for our miners to actually get down here, to be honest. I would like them to be getting down here quicker and digging more stuff out, but apparently that's not an option. Which is a bit annoying. Also, the depth here is actually quite hard to discern. This is our first layer where everything's solid. If we come up here, we've got this bit going up another level, this bit going down. Okay, it's confusing but not impossible to understand. Although we do need to channel out a shitload more on this around the edges. Let's do that. Let's just put the high priority stuff in place. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, damn it. X. There we go. H. Boom. No, stop it, for fuck's sake. Oh, mouse placement sometimes just isn't what you'd hope it would be. There we go. That's good. This is good. Although we may be unable to dig some of this out. I think I may have left impossible spacings. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Also, let's get rid of all this. This is unnecessary. Don't need any of that anymore. That's it. Our evaporation surfaces are plentiful enough. Don't need to start digging out bigger rooms. Good. And then maybe some more over here. Yes, yes, good. Bosh. Good. Okay, hopefully that will get dug out. And it will stop some of the mind-numbing flashing that's going on. Cooked dwarves are yummy. Oh, good lord! I've never tried one. I've never tried one, to be honest. Evening Orchimedes, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. As you can see, we're currently trying to tease the very last few bits of adamantine out of this system, which will happen eventually. We just need to get our boys down into the mines and working. They're taking their time, but they'll get down there. I feel like maybe with the surface open at the moment and all the people able to go up to the surface and grab the shit that needs smelting, it's occupying everybody's time. Seeing this guy going backwards and forwards. He's putting mugs in the finished goods box, which is sort of okay. Maybe I should remove mugs from this because we don't want them going in there. That's a pain in the ass. We have a special room for mugs. Where are they? Bracelets, totems, codices? Goblets. There we go. That's what we want. For some reason I misread codices as cod pieces for a second and was taken back to the other day when someone in chat said, "Can you make cod pieces?" Don't know why I was repeating that. It's unnecessary. It's just a thought that went through my head and it just came out of my mouth. As they sometimes do. As they sometimes do. Well, I mean, technically all thoughts have to come via my head to my mouth. Otherwise, where the fuck are they coming from? But you know, they don't all get verbalised. Not every last one. That would be crazy. Literally. Should we put some more cage traps in, or are we good for cage traps right now? I think we're okay for now. I don't think I mean, they're really a sort of measure of last resort. Just closing the gates up on the surface seems to be a fairly effective method of stopping people from getting in. Man, I've run out of drink. I want another coffee already. Although I shouldn't, because 3 coffees late in the evening. That's just not a good play. That's just a bad scene. Oh man, I would much prefer that these stockpiles be neatly organised, but unfortunately the priority needs to be getting everything in from the surface first. Oh, better check that moody boy, hadn't we? Still going? Well, they're not in the thing, so that's a good sign. Alder logs, granite, eagle leather, raw green glass. Okay. Eagle leather. Very cool, I think, as a form of leather. Although, I mean, difficult to make large things out of, I imagine. An eagle's big for a bird, but, I mean, you're not getting the same sort of, like, square meterage as you would with a cow, right? Very small. At best, you've got, like a lower leg with an eagle. I think that's providing it. That's about as much clothing leather as you're going to get. Enough to go round your shin and calves. Well, one calf. And then another one for the other leg. I mean, you're going to need at least 6 eagles for a pair of trousers, right? Or maybe not. Maybe you can use the feathers to obscure gaps. Maybe they could work as some sort of chaps system with feathers integrated into the leathers, which would provide a little bit of dignity. Or, you know, just sort of sexual voyeurism. I don't know. I'm neither a tailor, nor a tanner, nor a taxidermist, nor indeed the kind of guy who would wear feather and leather trousers. Feather leathers. I'm imagining now an alternate universe in which biker leathers are feather leathers, and they have not actually managed to make leather in this world out of any other creature, just eagles and maybe some other large birds. But having the feathers attached is a required part of the process for making the leather, and therefore at fast accelerations, people on these motorbikes look quite stunning, quite spectacular. And sometimes they might even take off. There we go, there's a little glimpse into what's going through my mind at the moment. Anyone else having a mental breakdown? We all good? No, everyone's good, that's nice. I like that. Ah dear, we should probably start smelting some more cassiterite, maybe even mining it out. But then again, that's going to distract people from the important work of getting all of our adamantine out of the ground, isn't it? I don't feel like we should be distracting anybody from that. Let's have a quick check. Any more digging done? Oh, well, something's happening. Lots of magma. Sure, have we lost anybody? Let's have a quick body count. We had 51 adults, 24 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. Let's have a quick look. And we've definitely lost somebody. Whether to the mining... Oh, Christ. Here we go. The forgotten beast, Bothon, has come. A towering, hairy slug. Ooh. It has thin wings of stretched skin, and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly spittle. Oh, bugger. It's in the third cavern layer, I think. Maybe? Question mark. Is this the third cavern layer? Certainly has a lot of open space and water. Oh shit. It's the third cavern layer. Now we just have to find it. Where are you? Let's have a little look. Where are you, Bothon? I wonder how many of these died to bring us this information. Ooh, Star Wars joke. Sorry. There's definitely wrong with me this evening. Right, let's follow and see what happens. Or just watch it disappear off the side of the screen. Great. So that's now not going to get a notification if it comes back. Fucking brilliant. Oh, here it is again. And is it definitely on the screen? Bothon, Z, F for follow, unpause. Is going straight for the well. No, it's just fanning around over there. Interesting. Do we pull the lever to shut off the well, or what do we do? I mean, it could be coming for the well. Where is the well, actually? Let's not be silly. Let's actually check to see if we can see where the opening is. Over here? If we go down the floor? No. There's a possibility, a distinct possibility, that Bothon is unaware of the well. But do we want to run that risk? Do we want to take that chance? Should we? Dare we? Can we? Could we? I'm not entirely sure. Right, just hasn't been out for 2 months. Already well into their mental breakdown. That's okay, as long as we can all help each other put each other back together, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The mining shafts are just a dwarven meat grinder. Pretty much, Ravelin. Pretty much. We are getting a bit of attrition, shall we say. Right, well, I'm going to do this at risk of forgetting that we have a forgotten beast on the prowl. Let's see what happens. Oh, fuck. What are you doing? Stop digging it out. Are you crazy? He's crazy. He's crazy, SA. I don't even know what that word means. How have we dug this out? We've ended up with this enormous fucking... Okay, it looks like we're going to have to open full force again. Have we lost another dwarf? I think we have. Holy shit. I'm just going to do a quick population check. No. We still have 50 dwarves. Whoever was doing these diggings is doing okay. Although, I mean, we've got some serious health and safety issues that are going to need discussing pretty soon. Do I open up the sluice gate to try and stem the flow of magma? Maybe it's probably going to make things a little bit safer, right? He says, with all the confidence of a man with no confidence. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to flip some switches. We're going to let some water in and we're going to see how it goes. Where do you link to? Okay, that's the correct gates. So, add pull. Now, there we go. Pull that bad boy. Pull that fucking bad boy. Come on. Before it all ends up getting too horrible. Come on, anyone going to come do the lever? Don't think they are they? They're not keen. Uh-oh, that looks like a load of dumped gear. Somebody died. There's a bronze pick. Did they touch the magma and vaporise? Oh, yep, definitely. The little refresh tells me that we now have a population of 49 adults. Yikes. We are definitely losing population. That said, that might not be a miner. That could easily be a forgotten beast parading around in the fortress proper. Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's quickly go to the U screen, find the others, and see where... Oh. No. Gone. Oh, wait, no. What about down here? No, Ebra and Omi, both still here, but not the other one. Huh. Interesting. Oh, no, wait, who's this? Oh, no, that's another forgotten beast. The hairy slug, the hairy flying slug, seems to have pissed off, which is good. Didn't really want it knocking around. Fancy getting rid of that kind of nonsense. Okie dokie. So, let's wait for these gates to open and solidify some of this stuff. This is not good at all. This is not good at all. You know what? I'm going to cancel all these digging orders just until we've got the situation more solid. Molten rock, not ideal. Not ideal. We do have three forgotten beasts, but the thing is, most of them are trapped in the first and second cavern layer, which has no access to the fort or anything like that. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a hat. I saw that thing behind me. I only saw the this inner brown bit. I thought it was like a horn or something, but no, it's a hat. There we go. Right, what happened there? Something paused the game for me. Nope, someone's been missing for a week. Presumably the digger, His Holiness. Let's check the mood while we wait for this to happen. Is anybody? Oh, looks like they're going off from the workshop again, getting more gear. That's fine. Okay, back down to look at our mining operation. Still nobody attending the lever. You know what? Sometimes you want vampires. Sometimes they have a use. You wall them in with a lever, bosh, easy peasy. But unfortunately, not today. Then again, they can go pretty mad pretty quickly. It's not ideal. Come on, somebody get down there and pull the gate, would you? Anybody? Why do we only have one or two idlers? Are they still getting everything off from the surface? No, by the look of things they are. Although it is looking a hell of a lot less cramped up there. Perfect sand. I mean, sure, perfect for what though? I mean, it's probably mixed in with a pile of vomit, right? No? Oh, there's Ocelot. Open space. Dom Cathrok Sathil Sinner, andesite, pile of vomit. There's a named item here. What's that? Enter. Most prison, the throne of Stundreds? This is a perfect sand. This object is adorned with hanging rings of brown zircon and gold. When they say a perfect sand, are we talking about an individual grain adorned with rings of zircon and gold? Or are we talking about like a... I mean, either of them is impressive. Or are we talking about like a container full of sand, each grain of which has been adorned with rings of zircon and gold? What's going on here? Something did happen to His Holiness. He's dead. He's dead. Very much dead. Well, at least he's been missing for a few weeks, which indicates to me probable death. It's one of the more sexually explicit Forgotten Beast. What's this? Which Forgotten Beast was that? The hairy slug? Surely the hairy worms are more sexually explicit than the hairy slugs. I've never seen anything in my sex life that makes me think of hairy slugs. I mean, with a little bit of mental gymnastics, perhaps. But I don't know. Hello, Claycree. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Somehow they've managed to cut sand into a perfect gem. Ooh. Well, maybe we should get that indoors, I think. I mean, it's just sitting there, hanging around. Why not? It's ours, I reckon. It's not forbidden. Mind you, maybe it's difficult to pick up. They need to send someone up with a special pair of jeweler's tweezers. Like, oh, look at it. Oh, a copy of Pristine Judges. Excuse me. Let's have a look at that. This is a Kakapo parchment scroll. It is encircled with bands of dingo tooth. The rollers are made from dolomite. This object menaces with spikes of well-crafted giant hoary marmot bone. On the item is a finely designed image of mournful slipped, the glum legend, the large. Serrated goat bone disc in green glass. Nice, that's one of our artifacts. Written on the item is a play entitled Pristine Judges, authored by Iton Breed Guilds. The work has no particular subject. The writing is excessively ornate. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Oh, that's a shame. Still, free book. Let's not get mucked around by it. Let's just grab it. Take it. Get what you want out of it. Read it. Perform it. Absorb it. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the world of plays. Nighty night, Orosco. You get some sweet sleep. Sweet, sweet sleepy time. Who is putting rings onto sand? I mean, that's a show-off move, right? If a jeweller's making like a ring-adorned sand, that's like, I'm better than you, sir. Better than you. And how come someone that skilled hasn't started inventing clockwork yet? Surely clockwork stuff isn't far off of that, right? Then again, is clockwork a thing in Dwarf Fortress? I feel like the power things aren't so great. I mean, aren't so clockwork, but they are close, right? Being able to move power around for machines. Literally never done it. Oh, look, we've actually got some living creatures in our grazing lands. That's nice. Looks like we've got 3 different types of creatures, so we won't be ending up with a cowsplosion like last time, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh shit, we better check the lever. Aha! It's been pulled. We are solidifying. This is good. I don't know if we're going to have enough water in that chamber to actually fully solidify, but we'll see. We'll see. I quite like the fact that it's staying at 1s and 2s. If we go down here, yeah, it's looking good, isn't it? Looking pretty bloody good. What's this red stuff here? Oh, it's spatterings of blood. That's fine. That's fine. It'll be just fine. Everybody stop panicking, honestly. You're such a load of worrywarts. I'm pretty sure that's not going to result in a complete obsidianification of the floor. Once it gets to 1s and 2s, it becomes much less willing to sort of spread over the top. But it is nice to know that you only need 1 deep water on top of some obsidian, on top of some magma to turn it into obsidian, isn't it? It's good. I'm guessing that clockwork wasn't invented until after clocks were invented. I suppose, yes. I suppose that is... Oh, Murder Machine the Farmer has gone berserk. That's awkward. We don't need that. Oh, who have you just... Oh, he's punching people. I feel like maybe we need to start being a bit more careful. Maybe we need to start expelling some people. Let's have a little look at the happiness chart, shall we? Have a little peek at who's happy and who's not, because I don't think we have the same sort of requirements for keeping people anymore. Poor old Buckshot Brigade, Fartius Maximus, Murder Machine and Canada are all pretty fucking miserable. Toasted's in the middle of a mood, that's fine. I mean, we can, having so many legendary armorsmiths in the fortress, now kick out legendary armorsmiths without much of a worry. And now that we've got a weaponsmiths guild, even weaponsmiths aren't that protected, although Akira is not nearly as moody as the rest of them. Buckshot Brigade, Fartius Maximus, Murder Machine and Canada. We could get rid of a lot of them. Could just banish them. But then again, that's difficult because they might have relatives who'll get upset. We could use the old military trick and try and send them off somewhere to get killed. God, sort by military. Hang on. Sort by squad. There we go. None of them appear to be in the military, which is handy. It won't affect any of our training system, although Akira and Claygree both quite miserable. We've got our sad boys here. I mean, they are all expendable. I mean, tell you what, let's just send them down the mines. High chance that they'll get vaporised. Going to turn carpentry off. Going to turn off... Oh, do we want... Actually, we don't want them going apeshit in the fucking hospital. That's bad news right there. Why is that not turning on and off? Oh, we can't change any of his orders because he's in the middle of a berserker. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everybody else's orders are all getting switched off. You're just miners now. Whoa, you're into mining now. Ah, one of them's our only gem cutter. Shitbox. Oh no, what's that? Oh, he's a gem setter. Level 17. Powerful, but not really practical right now. We don't have any gem setting desires. Just, you know, gems to be cut. Then again, we may have cut all the gems. That's entirely possible. So, let's also remove all of their generic hauling things so they end up working with the magma more. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I can't turn those ones off. Keep forgetting. While they're in the middle of a good old berserk, we can't do anything. Can't do anything. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Commit the changes. Bosh. And you guys go get your picks. Apart from you, currently in the middle of a frenzy. How aptly named you are, Murder Machine. How aptly named. Oh, we've killed somebody. Shit. You know what I think about that? I think... There we go. A little careful pause in the middle there, just to make sure I don't shit myself. Just in case you were wondering what that was. Whether it was an actual roadblock or just caution. It was caution. Looks like there's a forbidden hemp hood here. There we go. Is that Murder Machine's corpse? That would be the ideal outcome. If Murder Machine is the one who's died... Yes, Murder Machine has had their comeuppance. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We need a better murder machine to deal with this problem. Oh, I like this idea of escalating technological murder machinism. I think we could make a better remake of RoboCop using that principle. Obsidian isn't real. It's a figment of your watery dreams. Oh, I've been missing for a week. Oh dear. That's what happens with the miners, you see. It's not like a tantrum. The appropriately named murder machine will kill until killed. We can't even exile him. Shit. Well, we couldn't. And thankfully, he's been exiled from life. So that's good. Assuming you mean geared clocks, Sal, you'd actually be wrong. The first known clockwork item was invented in 1st century BCE. Mechanical clocks were 11th century at least, according to Wikipedia. Ah. Interesting. Well, maybe... What would it be called before clockwork? That's a good point. Just... gears. Did you know cogs are the little teeth that stick off the gear? The whole thing is not a cog. There you go. A little bit of the more you know. Live sharting. No, Dave. No, I'm an experienced flatulist. I'm not going to be passing any solids tonight. Well, not until I'm off air, at least. Once I've had a chance to settle down, maybe we'll do a little bit of passing of the solids, but it's not intended. It's not what I'm hoping for this evening. Right, hoping. I've pinned all my hopes on the dreams of a fart. Well, we're getting close to doing all of the magma, but it's not as close as I'd like. Oh, they've begun their mysterious construction. Very nice. I look forward to seeing what it is, but I also want to keep my eyes on the magma down here, because I don't like the idea of this getting out of hand. I want to keep the water flowing nicely. I mean, I could open the upper gate, but I feel like it makes more sense to just fill the room up again, right? Flip the switch, fill the room, bish bash bosh. Job's a good one. Maybe. Bit of a save problem. I guess you could technically argue it was a clock, as it tracked and predicted astronomical positions, but I don't know if I'd define it as a clock. An astrolabe. You're talking about that thing they found under the sea, like all sort of clagged up and covered in, like encrusted in stuff, and then they figured out it was some kind of computer. No, I don't mind, Ravelin. You feel free. Feel free. If you can't post the link, or you don't know, you'll have to look for a mod to help you. Oh, sorry, Sal. I've dropped you in this shit. Literally the only mod. I do need to start thinking about actually having mods. When you start getting 30, 40 people on a stream, kind of makes sense to start thinking about keeping things under control. Yeah, that's the one. I remember reading about that. That's an interesting piece of kit. They figured out it was for well, isn't a calendar kind of like very closely related to a clock, right? It's just like a clock for longer time spans. Actually, no, it doesn't tell you what time it is now. It gives you access to the potential list of times. It was a list of times. It was the worst of times? Question mark? Very bad. Very, very bad. Do we flip the switch yet? I don't feel like this front of water is advancing fast enough to actually... Oh, hello. We've got people coming down here now already. Holy mother moly. What you doing, guys? What you coming down for? You trying to get some forbidden shit out of the lava? Well, we are getting some more obsidian appearing down here. Let's come down to this floor. Yeah, I feel like we actually need to put more in. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to add, pull now that one. And then we go over here. Add, pull down. There we go. So if we open one and close the other, we'll refill the chamber. And then we'll be ready to go for another round of flooding to try and keep everything demagmatized, as I'm going to refer to it now. Ideally, we want to get this area over here kind of solidified so we don't end up having to worry about the inflow of magma again, but we should be okay. We should be okay. We can have tons of tons of obsidian to work with after this as well. I wonder what fun stuff you can build out of obsidian. I know you can use it to make swords. It's the only stone you can, but what else can it be used? Can it be treated like glass? Can you use obsidian in a glassmaker's workshop or something? Question mark. Ah, dear. Taking a while for these levers to get flipped, isn't it? But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. At least we're doing things safe and... Oh, fuck no. What are you up to heading up there, you little dipshit? Oh, fuck, actually. Oh, no, don't pull this one yet. There we go. Let's keep that nice and closed and avoid allowing... Oh, it's already open to the Forgotten Beast, isn't it? Shit! I've just realised that this whole top part is open to the Forgotten Beasts in level 3. Then again, is the Forgotten Beast in level 3 still there? No, it looks like not. No, we're good, we're good. That's fine. Calm down, everybody. Carry on. Okay, so, could I come up? I mean, I could wall that off now, couldn't I? There's no reason why that needs to remain unwalled. Oh. Tosid Morulakam, glassmaker, has created a gavel, a green glass toy hammer. He claims it as a family heirloom. Now, I feel like there are some health and safety issues with the idea of a toy glass hammer. I feel like the way a hammer is generally intended to be manipulated and the material used has a problem. Oh, thank you very much, Bergendurf. I didn't see that. Thank you very much for the sub. 23 months. Holy shit. That is a substantial amount of time. Heavens above. Maybe put on a military alert to get people out of there before you flood it with higher water pressure. That's not the worst idea, actually. However, first, let's take a look at a gavel. Oh, is it actually a gavel? Oh, it's a judge's hammer. That makes much more sense. We'll call it a gavel. Overloves. Maybe it's one of those fanny hammers. Ooh, let's have a look at that. Worth 18 grand. Colin Overloves. Sorry, we're going to get a Kiss copyright strike. This is a green glass toy hammer. All Crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of oval granite cabochons, oval dayside cabochons, marquee-cut praises, and pigtail. This object is adorned with hanging rings of green glass. On the item is an image of Plaid Lurid, the grease of depth. The Forgotten Beast and dwarves in green glass. Plaid Lurid, the grease of depths, is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the rise of the Forgotten Beast, Plaid Lurid, the grease of depths, as an enemy of the Brilliant Whips in the late autumn of 49, during the rampage of the Forgotten Beast, Plaid Lurid, the grease of depth, in Coverdike. On the item is an image of paradise nut trees in eagle leather. On the item is an image of beetle men in alder. On the item is an image of emerald cut gems, in granite. I don't think we've had a description of an artifact quite so resplendent with double entendre before. I mean, unbelievable. Even just the paradise nut tree has so many layers, so many spunky layers. Let's catch up with chat quickly before we start deep diving on this bad boy. Let's have a look down. You don't need mods, by the way. Do you want to be Twitch famous? Oh god, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about there. We do have a bit of a trouble with those bots coming in, but they've calmed down lately. We haven't had any for a few weeks. Once again, thank you very much for the sub, Bergendurf. That's much appreciated. Twitch are now demanding, well, not demanding, they're saying I can have 4 more subs, 4 more emotes per second and third Twitch tiers for the emotes. For the subscriptions, but Jesus Christ, I can barely fill the emote slots I already had. They're always demanding more and more emotes. It's crazy. Let's have a look down here. There's Sal saying thank you, that's good. We've got an emote thanks to Bergendurf's subscription. It's a Rainbow Bright hand doing that. Rainbow Bright throwing a gang sign. Intriguing. Let's send a thank you to Bergendurf. It's good. The Beetle Men were just a little addition. Just a nice little bell on the end of the whistle. Vizexabot. Interesting. Well, let's we'll keep an eye on you, Vizek, and make sure you don't end up doing anything too nefarious. Then again, let's also be a little bit kind to Vizek, because there's a chance that his kind, those darn AIs, will be ruling the world quite soon. If you love double entendres, I can give you one. Why not? God, it's already in there. Righteous Baner's looking for a new name. The Pope 5000. 5,000. That's a very powerful number for a Pope. Don't worry, I'm not an elf. Well, I mean, you couldn't be a robot or a bot and an elf. That's crazy. That's crazy. Or maybe you could be a cyber elf. Maybe that's something that we'll be getting in. No doubt there'll be another Shadowrun attempt for a non-isometric RPG now that we've got Cyberpunk 2077 coming. Anyway, where was I? Yes, we were looking at the double entendres. I mean, first of all, I said it was silly to have it as being a toy hammer, but if it's one of those fanny hammers, then it's a sex toy, which will be treated much more delicately. Although, even though I know glass can be strong, I feel like glass sex toys are asking for trouble, right? Just getting it chipped or nicked in the wrong place, put a sharp edge on it. Oh, God, you don't want that. You don't want that. Cut yourself to ribbons. Also, I feel like a glass fleshlight is going to be pretty low performance, right? It's just not going to feel great. Then again, who knows? Who am I to say? Maybe people out there absolutely love their glass fleshlights. I can't imagine it would work too well. Certainly if you've broken it inside and you can't see. Whew, heavens above. 311, that's underage, Clay Cree. You can't be an elf. You can't start doing that. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm not. We've all seen. Sorry, I was about to go on a deep dive on the double entendres, but I don't think anybody needs me to explain why a hammer called Overloves, made with bits of paradise nut on it, is double entendre. And Plaid Lurid. I mean, for God's sake, the grease of depth. The grease of depth. Come on, we all know why that's rude. Let's just ignore it and pretend it didn't happen and allow this dwarf to get on with their average everyday life after making an artifact sex toy. Okay, so is this closed yet? No, not at all. But we have got people trotting around going up there for some reason, and I'm not sure I like that. They are vulnerable to the things that reside in the third cavern layer, which are, generally speaking, pretty bad things. That's the gate shut. Fantastic. We'll do a quick check to make sure nobody's currently up there, because that will be a fantastic pain in the poo pipe if they are. And by fantastic, I mean not wonderful. I mean, levels of pain that really only exist in fantasy worlds. Like, if Sauron put his finger up your bum with that gauntlet on. That'd be painful. That'd be fantasy pain. Let's just purge that image from our minds and get on with flipping the switch, because it looks like there's nobody up there. Everybody's got out. Good. Well done. Congratulations. You are still alive. Add Paul now. There we go. Try not to think about Sauron. Elves don't live in Mordor. Oh, that's a good point. They don't live in Mordor. Maybe some of them do. I do. If they're in prison, they technically live in Mordor, right? I mean, it's not their primary residence, but I feel like it's where they'd want their mail to be sent. We've moved on from the toilet discussion. Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come back around. Don't worry. Half elf, half orc. Is that an elk? Or a orf? Interesting. Very hard to portmanteau 3-letter words. Oh, that's true. Elves are like a perverted form of elf, aren't they? Orcs are a perverted form of elf. Cool elves. That's what we'll call them. That's one of the things that I've never been a fan of dark elves. I feel like, why? I mean, if we're going to have like evil versions of everything, why not have light orcs as well? Let's go the whole hog. That's it. Orcs are beautiful elves. That's what they are. Beautiful elves with lovely skin, and they're dug out of the ground, aren't they? They actually get dug out of the physical ground, at least in Tolkien's works. Okay, it's going to be a while before that fills up again, so we're just going to have to leave it. Oh, the gates are open though, so it is on the way. Very nice. Let's go back up to the fortress and have a look around at what's going on. Looks like we're resuming the production of trousers. Very good. What about the surface? I am concerned about the number of dwarves we may have on the surface, although it does look like we're getting a lot of shit down into the stockpiles, and maybe, just maybe, we'll end up with a nice clean surface. Good. I like it. Just going to do a population check. Have we lost anybody else? Nope. Still on 48 adults. That's good. Let's have a look at the stocks and the metals that we've got. So if I look at ammunition, we don't need any of this shit. So if we order all of it to get melted, it's going to be great. There we go. Oh. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then not forbid, please. Oh, you can't melt wooden arrows. That's crazy talk, scoundrel. Come on. What else have we got here? Animal traps, anvils. Got 9 iron anvils. Holy shit. Might be able to build a few more workshops. Maybe we could just actually start selling steel armor as a thing. Right, armor. Adamantine breastplates. Definitely don't want to melt those. Copper mail shirts, melty. Let's unforbid them as well. Hopefully they'll get collected. Bronze, steel mail shirts. No, we want those. They're for our actual military. Bismuth bronze, highwood mail, swan leather armor. Let's get that in. Osprey, suits of goose leather armor. Full suits of goose leather armor. Can you make full suits? My children weren't dug out of the ground. No, I was there when they were brought into the world. It's quite an arduous process. They were pushed out of a sort of inadequately sized, I would say, aperture. I feel like there's some evolution could go some way towards making it a slightly less stressful ordeal. I mean, not for me. I was fine. More for Kel. Let's keep this going. Sorry, just getting distracted here, getting rid of all these forbids. That's a lot of shit. Got a lot of leather outfits. It's a shame we can't get rid of them, but maybe we could sell them. Next time some traders come along, I'll whack on some orders to sell, and it'd be good. Right, that's armour. Armour stats, backpacks, ballista arrowheads, blister parts, barrels, bars. How are we doing for bars? 3 adamantine wafers. Holy shit, we've really run that supply down. Mind you, getting like full arms and armour for all of our military is a pretty nice little workaround. Not workaround, pretty nice little outcome. That's the word I'm looking for. Bins, blocks, body parts, boxes, bags, bracelets. Why have we got a forbidden dwarf hair bracelet? The idea of a hair bracelet doesn't... hello? 616 forbidden body parts? Hello? That's obviously not on one person. Or maybe it is. Who knows? Oh shit, why were those blocks forbidden? Was that an actual thing I should have unforbidden? Ah, fuck it. We'll see how it goes out. I'm going to look for weapons now, and then we'll start melting down some of those. Quans, quivers, remains. Rat remains? Let's not forbid that. Let's allow them to touch that stuff. Quivers, why not? Chicken leather quivers. Go. See, there's another brown quiver. A brown quiver is what happens after you've done a very satisfying poo. Excuse me. Oh, hello. Everything stopped for a second, but we're all good. Weapons. So, copper whips, unforbid, melt. Bronze whips, unforbid, melt. Copper battle axes, melt. Bronze battle axes, melt. Silver warhammers, keepy. Get rid of those. Keep that, even though it's an artifact. Why is it not coming up as a named thing? Disappointing. Melt. Silver short sword, melt. Bronze short sword. Keep the adamantine short swords. Peachwood swords can't be done. Silver spears. Do we really want to melt those down? I feel like we want to keep silver spears, don't we? Solid. We can get around to it again. It'll be fine. Copper spear, adamantine spear, Sagara rib spear, willow, dogbone mace. That's an artifact as well, isn't it? Iron crossbows. Melt that shit. I'm not using crossbows these days. It's not really an option. Iron pick, copper picks, bronze picks, steel picks, adamantine picks, copper bow, bronze bow, pecan wood, silver pike, bronze mauls, copper great axe, bronze flail, copper morningstar, bronze morningstar, copper scimitar. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? And I think after that we're done. Although I could look up trap components. Do I have any interesting trap components? Ooh. It seems like the thread category is really causing a bit of lag. Trap components: spiked copper ball, large serrated goat bone disc. Right, we'll melt the spiked copper ball. Nah, we'll make some more spiked balls. That seems to be a good way to make a bit of money, or to have some trade value at least, so we can buy food that we like the look of, and maybe books and musical instruments. It'll be good. It's true. That's true. I feel like orcs are evil by design, though, right? And especially in Tolkien's mythos, right? That's the whole point of an orc. It's like an orc, like an elf that's been driven. I say driven, sort of like physically altered to increase its nastiness. Here we go. Looks like those melt orders are sending a shitload of people out to gather arrows and whatnot. Fingers crossed we end up with a good stockpile of metal out of it. Right, let's go down and check out the adamantine zone again. Oh. It's taking too long. Look at that. How long does it take for a bit of water to get down a bloody tunnel? I suppose where it's got soil on the bottom it soaks up and stuff. Maybe. Is that how it works? Is that how it works? We need another instrumental performance. Well, you have to wait until the instruments turn up. It's not up to me. It's not up to me. If we get a partner instrument for the lick, I think we're going to be very happy. Very happy. Who knows? Maybe the cock and the suck will also be present in this world. Seems unlikely, considering the RNG nature of their presence in the last one. But you know, fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed for a cocksuck band. Sorry, cocksuku. It's not a cocksuck band. That would be ludicrously on the nose. It's just got to be slightly different. Slightly different. Looking good for food, though. I must say, those little rock pots are really doing it. How many rock pots are we actually... Are we banging them out at the moment? Or are they just a supply that we have on hand? We could start making some shit with the stone, right? I mean, it makes sense. Let's have a look at what's the option. Oh, those are all like standing orders, aren't they, for keeping up amounts? What else can we do in a mason's workshop? It's armor stand, blocks, throne, coffin, door, floodgate, hatch cover, grate, cabinet, coffer, statue, slab. You know what? Blocks. Make that shit into blocks. Add blocks. Repeat. Lovely. Let's have a shitload of blocks. That should get rid of some of the stone laying around. Not a lot of it, but some of it. A new follower. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Look at that. I'm growing as a streamer. I managed not to call out the person in chat before they spoke in chat. That's brilliant. They get a thank you, but not the embarrassment of being called out that people crave not to experience. I know how it feels. There's a couple of times I watch a stream and I'm like, I want to host this so people can see it on my channel, but I also don't want the thing to pop on the screen saying, "The Scoundrel M is hosting for 0 viewers," because that's just embarrassing. Hello, Wave Depletion. Thanks for joining us. Please excuse this. This motion is not me masturbating with very short arms. I'm actually scratching my shin. I've got an itchy leg. Itchy leg. Ooh. Ooh. Hey! Oh, that joke was an incredibly poor taste. I'm very glad my filter caught it. It's an unusual circumstance, but I was about to say something that really would have breached the terms of service, and thank God I didn't. Oh God, this isn't... Isn't it nice to scratch? I know you're not supposed to. I know it's not the chosen method for dealing with an itch, but fucking hell, it feels good, doesn't it? It's really nice. Oh, scratchy, scratchy. Pull that trouser neck down, sir. Get rid of it. Hello, Stone Akamola. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Just woke up. Was asleep at 5 in the afternoon. Very nice. Very good play. I like that kind of strategy. Wish I was asleep at 5 this afternoon. I wasn't, though. I got woken up this morning, but it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, I didn't get back to sleep. Could that be the kind of itchy leg right where your socks seem to constrain your skin the most? No, it's not. It's not. I'm not actually wearing socks at the moment. I am barefoot in pyjama bottoms. I have to be careful when I stand up in front of the camera. They are fairly insubstantial as clothing goes. Not visually. They block the light. That's fine. But, they drape. They drape. But, no, I've got a bit of dry skin on my leg. Very... Akamala, aka MLH. Ah, I see. Okay, I got that wrong. We'll just call you Stone. That works better, probably. Less embarrassing for me piss-pronouncing your name. Silly me. And welcome back to the stream, Wishcraft. Stop it, scoundrel. Come on. Right, so set some more blocks being made. That's all good. Is there any other sort of housekeeping shit we can get on with? I mean, we could start trying to power up our glass-making industry, couldn't we? Do we want to start making some green glass and some spiked wooden balls? Yeah, sorry, not spiked wooden, spiked green glass balls. I'm going to start putting in an order for that. So add green glass and then spiked green glass balls. Where are we? Green glass, spiked green glass. There we go. Lovely. I know serrated blades are the meta, but I like spiked balls. I like them. And put that on repeat, and hopefully we'll end up with lots of fancy stuff, and it'll put the level of skill up. It'll be good. Be very good. That's what everyone does, including myself. Well, there we go. I'm not so bad. That's right, Wishcraft. Sal is doing the fabulous Embark Mark? The Telia's fantastic Embark, and apparently I'm doing it afterwards as well. So when this fortress goes down, I'm going to have the files passed on. I don't think we're doing it. It's not an inheritance fault, is it? It's just me starting on the same Embark, right? I'm not entirely sure. I've been avoiding spoilers. Not so much that I don't know that the layout of the map can be interpreted as a pair of buttocks, or indeed some fine chesticles. Fine chesticles. Ah, dear. For some reason, I'm imagining balls with nipples on. And it's a very strange thing to be having in my mind. And sadly, now I've put that in your minds as well. Like some kind of horrible thought virus. Or, as they are more commonly known, memes. Ah, dear. Let's just try and... Does anyone need a palate cleanser after that? Palette cleanser. Let's go and check to see if the mining is underway. Not yet, but it does look like we're getting there with some nice water accumulation in the water room. So I'm happy with that. Do I want to start expanding out the amount of stuff that's been channeled? Do we increase the channeling? You know what? It might be good to start from the top of the room and work our way down, right? Question mark? Let's try it. DH. And we're going to say priority 1. And seeing as we've got all those scrub miners that we want to die, we're going to make this an unnecessarily dangerous job. We're going to just pre-allocate everything in big blocks and keep channeling out. There we go. Let's do priority number 3. Not there. Cancel. There we go. H. There we go. Priority number 3. Good. Get that all the way across there. Nice. And then priority number 4. Hopefully that will deal with some of the unhappy dwarves. I mean, I know it's not optimal to have people die. It can cause your dwarves to be a little bit miserable. But you know what? I'm not so fussed. I'm quite happy to have miserable dwarves as long as we get that adamantine out of the ground. That's what really matters, right? Oh, adamantine, sweet, sweet adamantine. I've burned ball nipples into my mind, I know. Are you imagining them with the nipple, like, following the contours of the scrotum's wrinkles? Or are you imagining an isolated, stretched patch? Because for me, it's contours all the way. And this is why I will never be a Twitch partner. Because I am obsessed with sabotaging myself. It's just a complete pathological... Ooh, my door's open. What's going on there? Am I being spied on by one of the kids? Oh no, it's all fine. It's all fine. Let's hope not. Daddy, what's a ball nipple? Oh God. Please no. Did you remove all of the useful people from mining? I did not know. An isolated stretch patch. Well, there we go. There we go. It seems our minds work on slightly different wavelengths, which is good. If we worked on exactly the same wavelengths, it would just be confusing for everybody involved. Okay, let's have a quick look and check. I'm going into Dwarf Therapist. I'll leave you guys staring at these flashing... No, let's just go over to Dwarf Therapist. It's easier that way. Let's not sort by squad. Let's do that. And... You know, I don't think it matters at the moment. Akira is our best weaponsmith, but we are currently all sorted for weapons, and we do have a guild on the offing, so we're going to be knee-deep in legendary weaponsmiths in short order. So, unfortunately, Akira, your unhappiness has pretty much doomed you at this juncture. That's fine, though. That's fine. Do we keep Mebs of Biscuits and Arctrect safe, though? We could take them out of the thing, but... it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We've got the gates open. The next time some migrants arrive, we'll be able to sort it out. It'll be fine. No worries. I've got something the shape of a rounded udder in my mind. A rounded udder? I mean, I've never seen a sharp-edged rudder. Rudder? I've never seen a sharp-edged udder. A boxy udder. Have you? I don't know. I mean, maybe Minecraft cows have boxy udders, but I'm thinking an udder. The cow variety, very much rounded, not very angular. Well, then again, I suppose you've got the long edge coming down on the grippy bit. Right? I suppose that's a big, long, straight line. Still very rounded at the end, though. Who knows? Who knows? Hello, Xavier St. Cloud. Play the board games on my shelf. Oh, come on. These are kids' games. What we got up there? Snakes and Ladders. Anyone want to watch me play Snakes and Ladders? I don't think so. Marble Run, it's not even a board game. Bar Bubbles, requires an awful lot of setup, more for kids, and they are all very much kiddie games. In fact, most of them aren't. A lot of them are like little novelty chemistry sets and kinetic sands and craft things. So mostly not board games. Mostly not board games. And hello, Xavier St. Cloud. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. So, what was I doing? I was looking at the mining situation, wasn't I? Everything's fine. We'll do a quick read just before we come out of here. Still 48-24, we're good. Oh, look at that. We've got exactly half as many children as we have adults. I feel like that's something notable. It's like when the clock goes to 11:11. It's good. Snakes and Ladders stream, I don't think so. We did do a board game stream. Me and my pals did a game of... what's it called? Shit, can't remember the name of the game now. Monster thingy? Oh, you watched it, you know. You know we did that. A little bit of Tabletop Simulator is good, I like it. I like it a lot. Chutes and Ladders when I was growing up. Chutes and Ladders? Really? Surely snakes, though. Surely snakes. I don't think of cow udders as being very scrotum-shaped, even with the added nipples. No, cow udders, very much not. I mean, they'd have to be seriously depleted. You'd need to be on a very old cow. That'd be a very old cow for them to have, like, scrotal characteristics. Like a wizened bovine udder. That's what I'm imagining. Maybe it's a regional thing, but the snakes were all playground slides. Maybe. I have heard the term chutes and ladders before. I have heard it called that, but I've never really looked too deeply into it. I watched Shut Up and Sit Down had a talk on their channel that one of them had done about the history of board games, and they were talking about something called the Goose Game, which was apparently ubiquitous across Europe for hundreds of years, which is not dissimilar in terms of sort of like deterministic nature as to Snakes and Ladders. I fluffed that up, didn't I? What is the plural of scrotum? Scroti, scroti, scrotes, scrotums. What would be the collective noun for scrotums, though? a wrinkle of scrotums. I wonder, could you use a sufficiently sized scrotum as a shower cap if it was tanned, or is the skin too thin for tanning? Important questions. I suppose it depends on the animal, right? I've heard of people using kangaroo scrotums as purses. So, must be possible. Must be possible. Here in the US they call it chutes and ladders. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder why. Because I think, according to that talk that I was just referencing, Snakes and Ladders comes from like an old Indian game, and I think it's snakes and something else. It's supposed to teach lessons about Buddhism, but I'm not entirely sure what the deal is there. I can't remember the talk very clearly. Okay, this is looking pretty good. We've got lots of 7s here. This mining is looking nice. Have we lost anybody to the mines? No. As soon as we send our sad boys down, like the people we actually want to die in mining accidents, everybody's fine. Everybody's absolutely tickety-boo. Oh no, we all wear hard hats down here. Well, we haven't had any accidents for days. Not since miserable Jeff turned up. Oh. Poor old miserable Jeff. Very unhappy lad. Okay, let's start putting down more, no, not mining, more channels. Here we go. Dig that across there, then priority number 2. Actually, I don't really want to expose this shit yet, do I? That's insane. Ah, you fool. You want to set it all solid and then dig it out. And, ignore me, ignore me. DX, let's cancel that mining order. Let this shit fill up a bit more. And then once that shit is filled up a bit more, it'll be good. Okay, we've still not filled the cavern baffle, which is fine. When the baffle's full, I think that's the time to shut this gate. Although, traditionally, we have shut these gates kind of when this corridor's full. A sweat of scroti. Oh my goodness. That sounds like something Roman, though. All hail sweat of scroti, here to run the British lands. You know, one of those people who did the old empire on us before we did the empire on everyone else. I'd rather slide down a playground slide than climb a ladder. Apparently scroti would be consistent, says Vizek. I like it. I like a double I in a word. It's always good. Scrotum King. Imagine the documentary on Netflix called Scrotum King. What would that be about? We've had Tiger King. We've had a guy who keeps animals, perhaps immorally, and is a bit of a freak. Many people who are a bit fucking weird keeping animals. Scrotum King's got to be something like, it's got to be some kind of plastic surgeon, right? Documentary about a plastic surgeon who repairs ball bags? No, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like there's a massive documentary in that. I feel like at best it's like a 10-minute YouTube video. I mean, what could possibly be in this? Oh, heavens above. I mean, of course, it could be some kind of pornographic thing, couldn't it? It could be some kind of story about about how the sausage is made, so to speak. Scrotes is definitely an insult. I would say so. I would say so. If I was calling someone a scrote, I don't think they would appreciate it. Why did I Google scrotum expecting to get the plural free of charge? Did it bring up medical diagrams and medical images, or did it go straight for the porn? That's what I want to know. Did Google dish up the old nography, or did it dish up something a little bit more refined? I haven't Googled scrotum, so I couldn't possibly tell you what it shows. Probably meant to teach you that chutes and ladders are pointless, and that you should learn to hover like Buddha could. Oh, didn't know Buddha could hover? I didn't know Buddha could hover. I imagine, I suppose. He reached nirvana, didn't he? So he could probably do anything. The moral of the game for Snakes and Ladders as a kid for me was that my brother cheats. Well, that can be taught by many games. Many games. A person who kills men to make clothes out of scrotes. Oh my goodness. Special clothing that tightens when you go into cold areas. It goes from like a big old baggy like caftan to a skin tight leather suit. That might work. It does. It does. At risk of sending you back down the rabbit hole, Sal. We've already had this in the Discord. We need to be careful. Then again, here's me sitting and going, oh, we need to be careful we don't breach the terms of service. By the way, everybody, let's talk about ball bags. Why not? Everything I know, I learned from my old boss. Oh, heavens above. The nomenclature. I think the nomenclature for that kind of thing is fairly, broadly known now, right? People... Then again, I actually didn't know some of it myself, so maybe I'm being foolish suggesting that. Maybe the world isn't ready to know all the gay porn memes. Who knows? I wouldn't call it porn, but it definitely goes beyond what you'd see in sex ed. I think that depends on the country you're from. I think there's a strong difference between different countries' idea of what to tell kids about sex. A gay porn parody of Slade? No, it's going to be an actual, gay porn film with all the members of Slade. Oh, come feel the noise. Come feel the boys! Oh, that was an amazing pun. If only I'd been the first thing that I'd come up with rather than the second. Damn. Now that is a good Slade sex pun. I like it. What's the watery project, Clay Cree? I like it. I like this, pulling us back into the land of the sensible. What we've got here is a project to emancipate some of this adamantine down here. And in order to do so, we need to turn all the magma around it into obsidian, which we are to do by flooding the area with water layer by layer by layer. It's slow, but it seems to work. We've got a little bit of adamantine out of it so far, but it's not the quickest. It's not the quickest. I have an elephant scrotum leather wallet. It doubles up as a suitcase. In hot climates, presumably. Dave's ideal film was a porn parody of Harold Shipman. Oh, man. Obviously, difficult to come up with the title for that one. Lady Killer, maybe? Bit bland. Not really. Nobody's clicking on that link. It's not exactly pornographic clickbait, is it? Oh, Lady Killer. Click on that. Oh. Maybe some people are, though. I imagine there's a couple of incels out there who are kind of like, this sounds like it's right up my alley. I fucking love it when people kill women. They're disgusting. Out come the old, what was it? It was a hot minute, wasn't it? Gamergate, that was it. Hello, Dr. Phineas. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. You catch us in a deep well of depravity. Hopefully, you'll say something to pull us out. It'd be nice. It'd be good. Quite the conversation to hear after waking up. It's quite the conversation regardless of when you hear it. Crazed says, wait, you can make adamantite? No, we cannot. But we can harvest it. It's about... hang on, let's go back down. Let's make a bit more of an explanation of this. So, as you see, adamantine in its natural form. Okay? Let's go to the actual level we haven't mined at all yet. Adamantine in its natural form. By the way, spoilers for all things adamantine and candy and circus related. So we've got our adamantine formed around the spire into hell. Okay? And in order to extract this stuff, what we're going to do is channel out from above to expose this magma and then pour water on top of it, which turns it into obsidian thusly. This was an entire magma-filled channel. And once it's surrounded by obsidian, of course, we can channel it out and just dig it out easily. It's nice. It's fun. It's good. I like it. Dig everyone deeper. Dr. Phineas, we are going as fast as we can without just ploughing straight into magma. It's not ideal. It's not ideal to go straight into the magma. We're going to... You can't. Oh, the plot. The plot is easy. Porn parody plots. 10 a penny. It's the titles that matter. Nobody gives a fuck about the plot in a porn parody. Come on. The only reason anybody's watching it is because it's a thinly veiled level of humour over the top of pornography. Nobody's watching it because they're looking at it for the plot, but the title. That's where the true artistry of the industry comes in. If you've got a good plot, that'll go down in history forever. People will be talking about it for years to come. What was the Shaving Ryan's Privates? I mean, come on. It's not the most... It's a clumsy one, but it's gone down in history. People love it. People love it. I don't think you can dupe adamantine. No, it works. Flesh Gordon, of course, Druid's Mead. An absolute classic. A genuine classic. Serial killer plus old lady plus porn plus comedy. I know, it's difficult. It's hard to come up with something. I'm not tumescent, just to be clear. You can apparently dupe it if you can separate stacks of bolts. Holy shit. Holy shit. He fixes the cable. He's a plumber. That's the pizza delivery one. Hasn't everyone seen the one where the pizza delivery man turns up with the hole in the bottom of the box that he sticks his dick through? I mean, there's a lot of jumping through hoops to get that one working, right? I don't think that's ever worked for anybody IRL. Deeply weird choice of things to do. A pizza box isn't even big enough, right? It's too shallow. Silly. Melting down a single bolt will give more adamantine than it costs to create. I think it's a risk investing your adamantine into bolts. Very risky business. And then he slides across the room. Ever remember that film, Risky Business? I can't remember the name of the actor. For fuck's sake, he's one of the most famous people in the fucking world. Bonkers Scientologist guy. Eyes Wide Shut. Tom Cruise. There we go. I can't remember his name. I can remember the name. The problem with porn is it gives people unrealistic expectations of pizza delivery times, probably. I mean, if that pizza turns up pretty quickly. That's because the guy who's going to stick his dick through the pizza box is just super keen. He's getting there as quick as he can. Because he's got to beat the actual pizza delivery person. He's got to get his little moped suit on. He's got to get the fake box. He's got to drive. He's got to listen on the radio, drive round, and then he's got to stand there with the pizza box vertical, which is obviously a red flag. As soon as the guy turns up at the door with the pizza box in the wrong orientation, well, I don't want that. It's all going to be slumped at the bottom of the box and covered in dick. Go away. What are you doing? Can you melt adamantine stuff? I don't know, Sal. I'm hearing this from Claycree, but I have some doubts. Not that I think Claycree is lying. I feel maybe he's being optimistic. Possibly. We'll see. Hello, Lethardicus. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for correctly saying Tom Cruise, even though, thanks to the magic of chat delay, I managed to figure it out just a little bit earlier. Just a tiny little bit earlier. Don't need to make a pizza if you're going to stick your dick in. That's true. That's a good point, actually. You don't want to put your old chap into a box filled with hot cheese. It's not going to work out well for anybody. I feel like you're going to scald yourself. You're going to give yourself some permanent marks. Hello, Erman1. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Yes, very good first entry into a chat. I like it. Ambiguous, but also definitive and emphatic. The actor was Harry Shipman. Harry Shipman? What are we talking about here? I feel like I've missed the plot somewhere here. Hot cheese on your dick doesn't sound pleasant. I know, of all the foodstuffs to come into contact with your genitalia, I feel cheese is one of the least good ones, right? I don't think so. I don't, personally, your mileage may vary on this, but personally, I like to keep the realms of food and sex separate. I know it's a thing. I know people enjoy it, but it's just a big old fucking mess, isn't it? Big old mess. Nasty. Don't want that. Also, I can tell you this, if you're going to do the whole cream thing, get in the shower pretty fucking quickly afterwards, because that shit stinks if it's left for too long, and it's horrible. So, just a little bit of advice for you. Just a little bit of advice. I need you to train up a legendary medic dwarf, then keep injuring a victim dwarf and suture him up with adamantine thread repeatedly until he's 99% adamantine. Thank you. It's an interesting prospect. Once we've got some more adamantine, I might be tempted to give that kind of shenanigan a rumble, but we'll see. We'll see, because I'm not entirely sure how effective it's going to be. Do we pull the switch here? I think it's time to pull the switch. Let's close the upper gates and then open the lower ones when we get an opportunity. Add pull now. There we go. We'll wait for someone to come and pull this. I should probably pop some music on as well, shouldn't I? Yes, please. Continue. There we go. A little bit of background music. Very nice, very pleasant, very happy. Ah, lovely. And then while we wait for someone to come flip this switch, I'll go and have a look at chat again. How is this conversation making you want to get pizza? Sorry, Righteous. Sorry. I mean, as long as it contains no sort of sausage or any kind of stuff like that, it's not going to really be too bad, is it? I'm sure it'll be fine. The likelihood of someone actually delivering a pizza like that more than once is very low, I think. Very low indeed. Butter is messy, yeah, and it stinks. I can't actually... I like cooking with butter, but the smell of melted butter... I went to a LARP event called The Gathering, and a friend of mine, who may well be in chat, I won't shame them, threw like half a brick of butter onto an old barbecue, and it fucking sizzled and stank, and the wind blew it over all the drying clothes that were on the line. Ugh. And ever since then, I can't really... The thing is, also, a moustache. Difficult to eat buttery stuff with a moustache. If I eat corn, I have to meticulously wash my moustache very carefully to get the smell of butter out. Very difficult. Kink shaming. If you've got a kink for pizza, that's worrying. You've got to at least let it go cold, right? Or maybe... Oh god, this is worse than the fucking testicle nipples. Alright, I'm seeing as I'm already deep into the nonsense weeds, I may as well just say what I'm thinking. I'm imagining a pizza with stuffed crust, but the crust is stuffed with dicks. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't work. I've seen sausage stuffed pizza, but I mean... Why does my mind do this to me? Necro pizza. Well, the reason you don't remember, Chunky, is because you were fucking pissed as a fart. That's why. Mind you, that's The Gathering, right? Getting drunk and throwing pats of butter into barbecues. Shame on you. If only I had a bell to ring. Where are we going here? Let's keep going down chat so I can catch up. Only have pepperoni pizzas in the freezer. Heavens above. Heavens above. Stuff we think smells good when we eat it in small amounts doesn't always in huge amounts, and it can put you off it. That's very true. Some stuff, lovely little hint of it. Ooh, delicious. Strong smell. Druid's Mead says necro pizza. I very much don't want to eat a pizza in which there's anything alive above the size of a microbe. Anything too big and alive on a pizza, bad sign. Bad sign. It worries me that you're considering this so carefully. Well, yeah, I mean, hang around. The worry will turn into just, oh, I see. He's an idiot. I love pizza, though, I have to say. I try to get pizzas every Friday. For me, personally, the king of pizzas is, and this will be unavailable to some of you, unfortunately, is Sainsbury's deli counter pizzas. They're not the cheapest pizzas, but they are the sort of best price for taste ratio, in my opinion. The value on those, delicious. And if you can catch one that's been reduced because it's near it's like a day old, fucking perfect. They're dirt cheap. Amazing. Where are we? Stuffing is a kink. Really? You mean like teddy bear stuffing? That's not. No, we're going in terrible ways. Going in terrible places now. Is cooked penis good to eat? Well, I suppose it was. Is it? I mean, like, it's not. I don't know. What's it made of? I mean, it could be, if we're looking in the abstract and just thinking about it as a piece of meat. But I don't really know what the... It's mainly blood vessels, right? So probably not that great, I would say. Probably fairly weak. The... what's the name of that muscle that goes all the way up there? It's also the name of a band. There's a muscle that goes all the way down from the root of your dangus all the way up to your arsehole. Not the cocked muscle. Into K. That might be alright. That's a muscle, isn't it? That's going to be nice. But I don't know. We should ask that guy who, those people who ate, those guys we met on the internet and one of them ate the other one's penis. We should ask them. They'll know. Probably Google it. What does penis taste like after it's been cooked? That's what you got to Google. You don't want to Google. I mean, people will tell you, but I mean that's fairly well known on Raw. Anyway, where were we? There was a case in Germany. That's the one I'm talking about, Righteous. The cannibal cooked his victim's dick and it took ages to get cooked and it tasted bad in the end. I really thought that story was going to have a happy ending. Well, not for one of them, for sure. The thing I don't like about pizzas is the fake cheese that the big chains use. They say mozzarella and it's made with mozzarella, but it's one of the ingredients in the fake cheese. Oh, okay. I don't mind. I like mozzarella, but I don't mind there being other cheeses. I quite like a cheddar on a pizza and stuff like that. They both tried a bit. I mean, you've got to be pretty fucked up to... is it the Jackson 5 muscle? I don't know what you mean. The Jackson 5 muscle. One that sings and dances? Eating testicles is a thing. Definitely many animal chicken... Animal chicken? Sorry, I'm going on to Arians. Hello, Arian. Definitely animal testicles have been eaten a lot in the world, I'd say. Chicken. Everything tastes like chicken. I don't know. I don't know if human penis is going to taste like chicken once cooked. It feels like it's going to be more like a bit of black pudding, right? They feed it to the dog in the end. Heavens above. Turn it into a man-eater. Oh, it's not other cheeses. It's just synth cheese. Anyway, let's have a little look. The enemy have come and are laying siege to the fortress. Heavens above. Okay, let's have a little look and see who this enemy is. Let's not unpause rather. Let's have a look. What do we got here? Wild animals, wild animals, wild animals. I'm not seeing much in the way of incursion. Let's set the alert up though. Let's bring everybody back inside. Unpause. Does anyone see action here? Not seeing any action at all. Oh no, look, the siege is gone. Immediately they popped their head in, went hello, and they pissed off. Bit of a shame, really. We do have some pretty dangerous skeletons knocking around on the surface, but fingers crossed. Oh, the population's gone up. We've got 50 adults and... No, 2 children have matured. Intriguing. Let's have a quick peek at our therapist. Look at this. Look. 50 adults and 22 children. And 0 vulnerable babies. Which is good. That means 2 of our little babs have grown up. Very nice. I don't know who they are, but at least we know that they're making it. Unfortunately, it looks like some of the sad lads are still not getting vaporised. Who would have thought that misery would make you a better miner? I would never have imagined. Never have imagined. Ravelin feels like penis is a stew meat. You're probably right, actually. Although maybe if you deep fried it, it would go crispy. Like, I mean, it's mostly skin, right? So kind of like chicken skin. Oh, actually, for some people, it's not. Analog cheese, but not the cool hipster vinyl analog. It's the other kind of analog. Those big American pizza chains are rubbish and expensive, in my opinion. I never get delivered pizza ever. I'll go down the shop and buy like a pre-made pizza at best, and maybe get like the bases and put some toppings on with the kids. But I would never get like a Pizza Hut or a Domino's or something. I used to work for Pizza Hut, did some deliveries a long time ago. As opposed to digital cheese, which you usually find around bad puns. That's true. Digital cheese. Isn't the digital cheese the one that... I imagine digital cheese should be like the cheese squares. The cheese squares. Children do grow up in this game. You have to wait a while, but it does happen, Vizek. It does happen. Isn't hipster cheese just milk? Yeah, before it becomes cheese. Get it when it's early, unknown. Pizza Hut is actually not awful. It's not the quality of the pizzas that bothers me. It's the markup. I just prefer to get cheaper. I'm a skinflint. And not exactly rolling in cash. So, personally. Papa John's, it's alright. I'd say less so than Pizza Hut and Domino's. I like when they put the big pickled chilies in the box. I love a big pickled chili. Oh, come on, give that a nom. Yum, yum, yum. Why don't I make my own? Well, we do occasionally. We buy the bases. I'm not really that great with bread and whatnot. I don't know how to do the whole dough bases. I'm sure it's relatively simple and I could look it up. But it feels like a lot of faff. Especially when the fun part is putting the toppings on with the kids and watching them create a mountain that makes sure everything underneath it is uncooked when it comes out of the oven. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say no to pizzas, for sure. I'll eat them. It's just, I ain't paying for fucking delivered pizza because it costs a fortune and, you know, isn't worth that much. Anyway, where were we? Let's have a little look over here. We've checked that there's no military coming. We can turn the alert off. Let's do that. There we go. The enemies just sort of fizzled out. Look at all those dogs pouring out. We may have to do some dog killing. Let's have a quick check. Animals, how are we doing for dogs? Quite a few. No, you are not available. You are all going to be butchered, okay? I've got a feeling, got a bit of a Cruella de Vil's about me tonight. I'm going to start butchering dogs, getting them out of the way, because, I mean, they're a valuable food source. It's a bit annoying that we've got so many puppies. I don't want to kill them while they're puppies, because you don't get optimal leather and meat out of them, but to be honest, there's too many. Let's kill some puppies. I mean, what, we can make like gloves out of them, right? Gloves will be fine. Not every dog has to end up being some kind of tunic or trousers. Okay. Good. Let's get our butchers working. So, back down to the adamantine, I would guess, right? Let's see how it's going. Oh yes, we've got to fling the gates open, haven't we? Have the top gates shut? Looks like they have. Let's add, pull now. There we go. And then we'll wait for that to happen while I have a quick look at the old, thingy. Oh, we've gone off the top of the screen. I'm going to have to scroll back up in chat, otherwise I'm going to lose the context of the pizza chat. I am so fucking hungry now. I shouldn't have started talking about food. There's a few places local that use nice cheese for a margarita, and there's an Indian place that's an amazing chicken tikka and onion pizza. I tell you what, we had Indian the other day. I had a jalfrezi and a vindaloo. Oh, suddenly started liking hot stuff much more than I did previously, and I don't know why. But it was lovely, absolutely fantastic. You can also buy pre-made pizza dough. Yes, when we buy the bases, when we do it, we get the plain bases, a bit of the sauce, and then the cheese. Obviously, we buy the pieces of a pizza pre-made, but I've never sort of rolled out or spun out the dough or anything. But yeah, I mean, in principle, I could, but I don't mind the bases. There's so many. How many channels have eating pizza remotes looking at this? It looks like Wave Depletion's got a couple right there. Maybe I should have an eating pizza remote, but have like a cheeky penis on the slice, just as a nod to the origins of the meme. Let's have a little look down here. There'll be no cheeky penises in any of my emotes, by the way, just in case anyone's getting any ideas. Cheaper and better than Domino's opened up around here half a decade ago. Yeah, I mean, local places, it's hit and miss though, isn't it? They could be great, could be shit. You never know. At least with the chains, not that I'm promoting them or saying I'd use them, at least with the chains you have like a consistency, you kind of know what you're getting. I have a kneading machine for the dough. It makes making pizza very easy. We've got a bread making machine that has a kneading function, but I'm not entirely sure if that will work. We're making pizza bases. Certainly makes a fine loaf of bread, or at least it did before it got knackered. Now we have to take the mixing thing out. Welcome back, Sergeant Indy. Roofing guy came, had to sign the contract. Oh, roof replace. I bet it's a stupendous amount of money. It sounds fucking ludicrously expensive. Are you getting a fancy roof, or is it just fixing from damage or something? We had a few tiles replaced recently. Dr. Phineas says, I've been making mine with the no-knead dough that's been going around. Oh, right, okay. Just like, I'd take it comes in a block, like when you get like pie crust pastry and stuff like that. Just you roll it out or something. Let's have a look here. I know, everybody in chat wants pizza now. maybe that's what it is. Maybe the roofing guy is a euphemism for someone who came to give Sergeant Indy a little bit of a thing, a little bit of a love tickle. Is pizza expensive in the UK? Depends where you buy it from. I mean, I'm knowing how much it costs the pizza place to make fucking pizza and how much they sell them for. They tend to go for, like, they mark the prices up and then they put loads of deals through your door and stuff and give you loads of money offers to make it seem like you're getting good value, when in fact you're not getting that good a value. So it's not so much the absolute price. Like, you're paying about maybe a tenner for a fairly decently sized pizza, which, I don't know, it's what, like $12, $13 maybe, $14, which is not ludicrously expensive, but if I'm spending that much money on a takeaway, I'm going to get Chinese or Indian or something, just something a bit fancier, you know, because the pizzas down the supermarket are nice. I like them. I buy tins of Tesco curry. It's surprisingly good. Ring pull can and frozen mini naan in the toaster, and I can have a not terrible meal quick. I don't mind. I've had some nice tinned curries, to be honest. They're pretty good. Nice chicken ones. What does my fortress export? Getting back onto the Dwarf Fortress talk. Earman, you can stay. You can stay. Doing the right thing. Keeping everything on plan. Ah, shit. I've done fucked up. Oh no. Paul, now I got too distracted by chat and once again we've flooded the bloody place. That's fine though, that's fine, because it at least means it's all turned to obsidian. We have an entire floor ready to dig out. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, he says. Excuse me, heavens above, that made the needle move. The fortress doesn't really export anything at the moment. We've sold some green glass goblets, but that's about the size of it. We're kind of self-sufficient, to be honest. We don't really need to trade. The only reason I trade is because I enjoy making up the sound of musical instruments that the traders have brought and reading the books that they've brought. I've got hiccups now, if you haven't noticed. So it's more, the trading is more about looking at what they've brought rather than actually buying anything. Mix all the ingredients for the dough, let it rest in the fridge until you use it. Oh, nice. I'm not a great cook. I used to cook a lot more, but for some reason, since we had the kids, it's kind of Kel's taken over the cooking a lot more. If you want one yourself, you're looking at $20. That's true. Yeah, I mean that's probably a bit more of a correct conversion rate for pizza. It's a bit much. Watch the obsidian casting. That's someone telling me what I should have been doing much more sensibly earlier on, whereas I'm now back into chat again and missing all the crap that's going on. If dwarves had pizza, I'd bet they'd have pig cheese and dog and giant mountain goat meat or something. Oh, imagine all the different wonderful flavours you could get on a dwarven pizza. It'd be amazing. I think, Sergeant Indy, food is quite a bit more expensive in the UK and across Europe, but I don't know. I think I don't know for sure, but I feel like we although we have the processed meals and stuff, and a lot of processed, like, easy, quick convenience food, there's just less of it. There's lots of it, but less. Oh, I could be wrong. That might not be why it's more expensive. To be honest, I've never been to America, so I can't speak to the... But I do hear a lot of people who've been saying how cheap it is out there. You get one piece of leather from any leather-producing animal, whether a puppy or an elephant. Oh, okay, so I can just butcher puppies to my heart's content. That's nice. Anyway, I'll read about Sergeant Indy's roof, and then we're skipping the rest of the chat down to where we are now, so I'm not miles behind. The edges have dry rot, where we're going ahead and replacing the whole thing. Oh, that's nice. Pretty nice roofing system. Solar panels and all that jazz, or is that a bit out of the old price range? I couldn't afford that yet. Tesla tiles. Ooh, very. Oh, that's Dave saying that, not not Sergeant Indy. That's apocryphal right now. That's true. I do find it very odd, the whole tipping system in the US. I find that, like, egregious. Like, if the staff at a restaurant should be paid properly, and that money should be in the price of the menu. I shouldn't be judging how much a fucking waiter is earning. Price it into the meal and I'll pay it, no problem. But don't expect me to sort of pay them for you. That's madness. Let's keep going. Hello, Senko Fluff. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Gotta miss the olden days when prisoners got lobster since it was commoner food. I know, that must have been amazing. Although, maybe not. Maybe they're like, oh, fucking lobster. The siege did vanish immediately, Clay Crew. We're fine, we're fine. Giant mountain goat flavour. Probably very gamey. Very good indeed. Keep going, get through. No solar panels, just a solid roof that should last us 25 plus years. That's good. Weight staff here get screwed, says Wave Depletion. I think weight staff, especially now, get screwed quite a bit around the world. But I feel like having it hinge on like tips is, personally, I think that's obscene. I'm not against tipping people in principle. I don't mind giving a tip, but the idea that I am literally paying their wages directly as a tip based on how good they are, that's not my responsibility, restaurant owner. That's your fucking literal, actual job. You do that. McDonald's is better here than in the US. For example, the lower end stuff in the US is really junk. Interesting. Canada is even sillier than the US because you pay a load of tax that isn't listed in the price and you have to tip. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that's like a cultural thing. I mean, a lot of places here, you kind of, a tip is not mandatory, but it's kind of expected. For like, if you go to a restaurant and sit down and get waited, you leave a tip. It doesn't have to be something huge as far as I'm concerned, but, you know, you leave a tip for the wait staff just to say thank you. But, you know, that should be an extra. They should be able to live without me giving them extra money. That's what I'm saying. A number of ways that US food is lower quality than UK food on the whole. Don't forget about your flooding fortress. No, that's fine. The fortress isn't actually flooding now. We've closed the gates. We're all good. Stop talking about food. I know, I'm starving. In fact, I'm going to take a break in a bit and I'll probably eat something. It'll be good. So, here we go. We're back in the fortress. I'm now no longer talking about pizza. And we're looking at 4s and 3s, which is not the ideal depth for me, to be honest, because that means we're going to have difficulties actually getting that dug. Will they channel in a 4 and 3? I don't think they will they? Well, we'll soon find out. If we say DH and we channel out at priority 2 to get our boys down there, I think what we want to do is go across here, like that, right? And then, okay, and then priority 3, we do this one. Go, priority 4, and then we'll see how this pans out. I'm not entirely sure they'll even take these dig holders, but we'll give it a go. Question mark? What happened there? Why have we got 2 rows of 5? Oh, you fucking bean lord. Come on. H, there we go. Take that out. Lovely. Priority 6 down here. Very nice. Good. Right, we'll let this run. We'll see how it works out. Is anybody going to take those orders? I think 4's just too deep for them to dig in, right? Mind you, if they will dig any of them out, every single one's going to lower the water level pretty well. No, maybe not. Maybe the magma will rush in, turn it into obsidian immediately, but we'll see how it pans out. We'll give it a go. If you want to go out and eat with like £20 a head in the US, you'll get more and better for your money, I feel, but you might be eating more antibiotics, growth hormones, etc. than UK law allows, and like bleached eggs and, you know, bleached chicken. A lot of bleach, very weird thing to have included in your food. Prepare to vaporise dwarves when water hits magma. We've had pretty good results here, man. It tends to be them falling in, or maybe I'm misinterpreting what I'm seeing. Maybe they are getting vaporised by the steam. It's possible. Here in Egypt, we have a problem with cancerous food. Oh my goodness. Oh, just for some reason, my mind went to a place where it was like, you get an animal with cancer and then just keep slicing off the tumour, getting more and more free meat. It's free meat. That may be done in some places. I imagine somewhere that's a delicacy, right? Oh, you haven't tried cat tumour? It's delicious. Oh, you must really go and try it. Yum, yum. Flip the floodgates to destroy the water. Question mark? There we go. We've killed the appetite. It's good. Nobody wants to eat now. Nobody wants to eat. I've saved the day. I'm still fucking hungry. When you say flip the floodgates, do you mean like open and close them so that it destroys the water that's in the square when it closed? Everybody's upset. Everybody's upset because I have gone to the dark place. Everybody prefers the brown place and the pink place. The dark place sometimes just a little bit too dark. Just a bit. Feels like it would be just meat once it's cooked. You know what, Christ? Maybe, but I also feel like perhaps it's not the best. It just doesn't feel healthy. It feels like it might be a problem. It feels like it might have some extra badness in it, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, maybe that lab-grown meat is essentially just, you know, what are they called? A petri dish tumour. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hello, Mind Cozy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I'm imagining a bobble hat. I don't know why. The word Mind Cozy just conjures a bobble hat into my mind. Tumours would be very vascular, like penis meat. Okay, that's a good point. They do have a lot of blood vessels and stuff in them, don't they? So, yeah. Who would have thought that we would be likening tumours to penises in this chat tonight? It's been a wild ride, everybody. No doubt next time I'll be banned, but you know, at least we had this, right? At least we had this. Is there even an actual path into the new lake? Yeah, there should be. We've got some stairs right here. Right there. It doesn't look like they're going to take the orders, does it? So we're going to have to do some channeling from above to enlarge the room. Enlarge the room? That's not how it goes. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a priority 2 tunnel dug off of here. Thusly. Bosh. And then we're going to have to channel... No, hang on. Boom, bada, boom, boom. Boom, boom, bada, boom. This music reminds me of the old TV series of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Do people remember that? It's got a very similar feel to it. Right, let's let that dig out. And then we'll dig a room over the top and channel out to expand the area to hopefully get it shallower. It'll be good. It'll be good. Full 360-degree chat. That's what it is. Check the job screen, see if the digging is suspended. Although I think it has to be below 2. No. It's definitely 2. Higher than 2 is possible. 3 definitely possible. We've seen that. Question mark. What's happening here? Oh, Kid of Burden has withdrawn from society. Oh my. Let's find out what's going on here then. Let's see what they're making. Please go. Well, do I care about getting artifacts, adamantine armor anymore? Yeah, of course I do. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, that actually lifted the sack. Because we do have almost a full set of artifact armor, but I just don't think we can trust the guy to make... Well, he's obviously going for adamantine now. Are we going to end up with another high boot, or maybe a right gauntlet? That would be nice. Or at least the gauntlet for the side that hasn't been made yet. Alright, he's on the move. We don't know what he's making, but signs are promising. If it starts with adamantine, it's at least going to be valuable, right? It's going to be good. A fantastic series. I thought it was quite good. I don't really remember... I didn't see it when it was originally on TV, because my parents wouldn't let me. I was too young. Or so they said. But I do remember seeing it later in life, but it blurs in with the movie, which was not optimal, I have to say. I don't think the movie really did it for me. And the radio show, I remember the radio show being really good. Is one of those views a side view of your base? No, we can't see the side on. We can only see from the top. But, you know, It's what you can do is when you're at the surface at least, we can multi-layer view on, so we can see a few Z levels up and down. Like that's a steep slope down. Point with your mouse, not your fingers. This is the wall of the volcano. Then as we go up, you see the slope goes up steeply. That's the thing. Let's have a quick look at chat. All bird's eye. That's right, Crazed. The way the water was all on the south was confusing me. I've never played Dwarf Fortress myself. Heavens above. My goodness, you've jumped into the deep end here. I hope you haven't come with the intention of learning to play, because, frankly, you are going to get... I mean, you've been here long enough now. You know what this is about. This is a light coating of Dwarf Fortress over madness. That's what it is. I read the books first as well, Sal. Absolutely loved them. Hello, Dark Pixel 797. Welcome back. Why am I so full? I ate a small dinner. Well, maybe it's all the terrible things we've been saying here that have caused your stomach to contract. It's entirely possible. Adamantine goblet, says Stone. Maybe. I'm hoping not, though. Goblet, a little bit tedious, a little bit boring. Yeah, Claycree, yeah. Don't ask me all the hard questions. I don't know the answers. Someone in chat probably will, though, so don't feel like you shouldn't be asking questions. Also, if you're a vet, not a veterinarian or a military vet, if you're a Dwarf Fortress veteran, feel free to try a little bit of backseating. You're more than welcome to give it a go. I may not take your advice, but it's worth hearing. Worth hearing. We're all about allowing backseat driving here. Oh! Some migrants have arrived. Let's unpause the action, let them head into the fortress, and take a little peek at our new arrivals. What have we got going on here? If we sort by migration wave, there we go. We had 50 adults, 22 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. We now have 55 adults, 22 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. Let's have a look at our new 5 arrivals. Anyone got big numbers? Anyone got big numbers? No? Level 5 fishing are the best numbers, which is pretty sad. Militarily, we've got a level 3 swords dwarf, level 3 axe dwarf, and this one's killed 4 humans and a dwarf. This one has killed... Go on. Killed? Ashab Tansaray, the human. Okay. Not that exciting. A lot of red in these stats. I feel like the dwarves tend to have pretty shit stats across the board. Look, so much red. Very little black. Oh, who's this powerful monster? It's Akira. Akira! No wonder he managed to destroy the city. Look at him. 91 endurance. Shit, his lowest stats, 53. Heavens above. This guy's pretty rock as well. Stratosphere, look at him go. Only his disease resistance is low. My goodness. My goodness. Hello, what's this? Someone's got 100. I saw 100. Bemble's got 100 strength. Bemble, you dark horse. Hello. Okay, anyway, let's make sure no one died on the way in. Doesn't look like it. Hooray! More dwarves. The population is finally going up. And we're resuming the production of gloves. Amazing! Okay, let's go and look at the dig above. They've stopped digging for some reason. I don't know why. Must have all gone for food or something. Seems a bit weird. Oh, hang on. Back to the fortress. Sorry. I left you guys in therapist for some reason. Let's catch up here. Scrolling up chat because apparently I've missed a load of stuff. The old TV series is very worth a watch. The radio dramatisation too. That's not a dramatisation. The radio show is the original. It was a radio show, then he wrote the books, and then they made the TV programme. Just so you know. Just so you know. Very exciting thing. Ravelin's never played Dwarf Fortress either. Mine Cozy says, I've played RimWorld, so I understand the concepts, but I know that DF is a lot deeper of a pool to learn to swim in. You know what? We're talking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series by Douglas Adams Boner. I don't necessarily think Dwarf Fortress is that much deeper of a pool to swim in for RimWorld. I mean, in terms of the background fluff that gets generated, yeah, definitely. But in terms of difficulty, maybe not so much. It's not. It's actually easier than its reputation says. Mudstone cabochons. Ooh. Dark Pixel, heavens above. Toadie's a lovely man, in my opinion. Seems like a lovely guy. An adamantine puzzle box, guesses Sal. Interesting. That's true. The Dwarf Fortress thing does like tell you, because you can end up in a situation where you bring animals for breeding. Like, let's go to the Dwarf Therapist. And if you go, you can end up with like a couple of gay dogs or whatever, and then you end up with no puppies, which is awkward. So it's nice to be able to check and see if you need sexually available and active animals of the correct gender. Gender? Sex? I'm not sure which. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Let's not have that conversation right now. Did you name the Pope 5000? I didn't, Righteous, actually. I didn't. We do need to get some naming done, don't we? I'll look into that in a minute. It looks like there's a lot of people running around with no pants on, according to the equipment colour code on Therapist. Oh, okay. It's a great series. It goes on, I think it's like 5 or 6 books in the end, isn't it? The Hitchhiker's Guide. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, isn't that the 4th or 5th one? I'm not sure. Sal's tutorials. A good point. Clay Cree's mentioning Sal's tutorials. Sal does make tutorials for Dwarf Fortress that can actually teach you how to play it, as opposed to watching me here, which will teach you how to fanny around and talk about dick pizza and fart. Oh, it looks like chat's getting political again. We all know how I feel about politics in chat. It's not what I'm after. It's not what I'm looking for. Oh, we've got a drowsy glassmaker. It's probably making bongs or something. That would explain it. Why is no one coming down here? Have I set an alert without realising? No, there's no alert. But everybody's pissed off from the mines and decided not to do any work, which is suboptimal to say the least. Right, let's look at the surface here. Have we got all of the stuff that's lying around brought back in? Got a bit of armour here. What's that? There's that perfect sand again. Why has no one brought the perfect sand in? Why have we not brought the perfect sand in? Do I not have a stockpile for perfect sand? Maybe I should make some kind of display plinth or pedestal for displaying the sand. I really need to know if that's like a single grain of perfect sand or a bag of grains of perfect sand. It's an important distinction to make, especially if you're building a display cabinet for it. Do I need to make a teeny weeny display cabinet? Or do I need to make a big display cabinet? Or a sand pit? Something of that nature. Stone just smashed their knee on the desk by accident? That's terrible. Everybody send healing energy. It won't work, but at least they'll know we care. No, the triangle of trouble expressly only has the pink place, the brown place, and the dark place. Sexy stuff, poopy stuff, and horrible stuff. There is no triangle for politics, although it's just as likely to get banned as any of the other stuff. There we go. Okay, no more politics chat. Oh look, spiked glass balls, lovely, very nice. Oh, I better check to see if we've got any ghosts. Do we need to do any memorials? No. Apparently, the people who've been vaporised by the magma not really haunting the fortress, which I think is a good thing. I think it's a very good thing. Still no sign of the... Have they actually started working? Let's just quickly check to see if that's been announced. Yes, they've begun the mysterious construction. It's fine. In fact, that is why we're here. That's why we're up here. Why else would we have snapped up here? Let's go back down to the mine. Good. they're digging that out. What I need to do is make an area sort of here over the top that we can channel out to get the water to spread a bit. And once it's shallow enough, we should be good. So D, H. What I want to do is start here, question mark. Yeah, that's probably quite good actually. And then if we do priority 1, just dig over that way. Is that going to be out of the water? Yeah, it's going to be out of the water. It's going to be fine. Oh, wait, you can't. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Priority 1. Priority. We'll let that go for now. Just see how that works out. I think we can happily say that the coked up Nazis go in the dark place. That's very sure. You didn't know about the Triangle of Trouble? Heavens above, Sal. Forget about that. I've got to explain it more often. Yeah, I mean, the dark place covers a lot. It covers a lot. And you know what? Some people don't find stuff as funny as I do. I mean, honestly, I've said some shit. Not necessarily on stream. I do have at least some level of filter. There's certain things I've never talked about on stream, which I have spoken about in the flesh with people that have made them laugh, which would probably not go down too well. But I must admit, probably not the worst things I've ever heard on the internet. I do believe meth was the big thing during World War II. I think, yeah, like you say, a lot of them were using meth. I think I don't think it's that uncommon in more recent conflicts as well. There was that whole Serbian unit with the tanks who were all methed up, and they had a little white tiger. I forget the name of them, but they were arseholes.
Kid of Burden Sarvesh Balal, the armourer, has created Kezatgamil Kogan Lek, a tall adamantine helm. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Einod Peaked Metals.
Okay, let's take a look. This sounds interesting. A tall helm. What is that? Why is that different?
Danger Trusts, the boat of bristles.
Danger Trusts. That sounds like something from a PSA about paedophilia. Let's have a little look here and read what it says.
This is a tall adamantine helm. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with spore tree and folly of night leather, and encircled with bands of adamantine and reindeer leather. This object is adorned with hanging rings of granite and menaces with spikes of clear tourmaline and great white shark leather. On the item is an image of Locum Sack Burials, the dwarf, in wood opal.
Interesting. Who is Locum Sack Burials? That's the question. I've got no idea. Doesn't tell you anything about him, but hey, he's in there. Old Locum Sack Burials, burying his sacks all day long. That's what he does. He's a sack burier. Is that another forbidden armour stag? Did I build that for some reason? Did somebody move that? Okay, it's been in the corridor for quite a while. I don't know what it's doing there. We really should. Hello, Tidy. I know you've been here all fucking night. What am I talking about? We really should put that in. Haven't we already got an artifact helm? I think we've already got an artifact adamantine helm, haven't we? Let's check that again. Oh, L. Adamantine helm, hammer, cover, greaves, tree crown, shield, breastplate, bone mace, breastplate, floodgate, pick, buckler, dog leather turban, reindeer leather. No, I don't. This is our first adamantine helm, so we need to add it to the outfit of our military leader. So we've got to look for Kezatgamil Kogan Lek. That's fine. That's fine. Military. Is it E for equipment? Bloody well is. And Bemble, instead of an adamantine helm, helm can now have, if we say capital H, a specific helm, and there it is. Lovely. So, he's got adamantine breastplate, artifact adamantine breastplate, helm, greaves, that's it, everything except a gauntlet and a high boot, right? Yeah, helm, breastplate, greaves. Just got to get adamantine gauntlets and high boots and we're all set. Lovely. Full set of adamantine artifact armour. Not that common. Not that common. Meth is speed, yes. It's methamphetamine. It's amphetamines. Tall because you had a place to store the beer. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a hat that's got like a beer bottle or a little keg underneath the top. Elf-looking helms. I don't like the sound of this. Let me have a quick little Google. Tall helm. There we go. Let's have a little look and see what images Google will throw at me. Okay. It's not the worst, although I'm getting a lot of images of ships' wheels for some reason. Interesting. And actual crested helms from Lord of the Rings. So it's yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of elves in here as well. But I get the idea. I think the first image that comes back makes the most sense. Tout le monde d'un plumel ou d'une sorte d'aigret en forme d'éventail. I don't know. French is not my strongest language. Clearly, English is. Basically my only language. Okay, let's get back into the action again with Dwarf Fortress. Stop looking at helmets. Oh, someone's dehydrated. I'm guessing they're going to be in the hospital, right? That feels like it's the kind of place dehydration will occur. Yeah, we've got a lot of sad lads in the hospital. Not optimal. I don't think we've got any soap, have we? Maybe I should start thinking about producing soap. That might be sensible. So we're going to ignore it for just a little bit longer. Just a smidge. Teensy, weensy little bit longer. Right, we're going to start doing more channeling. Here we go. If we just do this bit by bit, it should be fine. In fact, do it priority by priority. It'll be fine. Everybody stop panicking. Here we go. Shouldn't take too long. Channel out a nice little room that can lower the level of the water in the next room and we'll be tickety-boo. Tickety-boo, tickety-boo, tickety-wickety, tickety-boo. Don't ask. I don't know either. There we go. So there we go. That dug out. We ended up with some nice channeled areas. Good. I thought speed was short for speedball. No, speedball is a mix of heroin and cocaine, as I understand it. That's a speedball, which doesn't sound very speedy to me. I think once you add heroin to stuff, surely that slows shit down. But hey, who knows? 17 conlangs. If only. If only. I can just about still read Ultima runes from back in the day. I learnt the alphabet in school when I was playing Ultima 7. It is. Well, some people in hospitals, when people having children are happy lads in hospitals, but a Dwarf Fortress hospital is not where you have babies. In Dwarf Fortress, as Sal can tell us, you just let the baby go wherever it is, wherever you happen to get the urge. Just out they come. I'm not sure it's that easy. Is stop looking at helmets king shaming? Depends on the kind of helmets you're looking at, to be honest. Could be. Oh. I suppose if you're in for something that's not too worrying, hospital can be a bit of a relaxing opportunity. Open the well to let the patients be watered. Sal, I don't think I shut the well. Nope, well is still open. Still fine. Which is a good question. Why are we not getting any water? Maybe we are, though. Oh, hello. Someone keeps being dismayed. What's the dismay about? Cancel sleep. Dismayed. Why are you dismayed? How is that stopping you sleeping? Oh, someone shit in my bed. No. That'd certainly give you a sense of dismay and stop you from sleeping. Bum. A short helmet. I'd imagine a short helmet doesn't quite cover the... I'm imagining a long helmet covers the whole head. Short helmet just goes down like that. Just that bit of the head. At a guess. Very different from a small helmet, which is in your trousers. That's it. Off to the pink place. Just begging for that banhammer like an idiot. Let's go back down to the adamantine, because that is where all the sweet action is happening. Once that's channeled out, we can breach it through, and that'll be lovely. Everyone will be happy as Larry, who, apocryphally, very happy. What I might do is just leave this edge here unchanneled, and then channel down here so that they've always got like this bit to retreat to. Maybe not, we'll see. I don't know how much space we need to actually lower the level, so we want to break it down to at least 3s. Oh, fuck it, without actually calculating the area of this room, we're not going to get anywhere using maths, and therefore I shall immediately abandon maths. Abandon maths! Oh shit, we've got to be careful not to breach that magma. Holy motherfucking moly. Time to be more careful, everybody. Right, that is not going to breach, is it? Oh, fuck off. Okay, that should be good all the way down. Tell you what. Priority 1. Dig down there, and that should be safe. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. That's a plump helmet. Well, it depends, doesn't it? Depends on your mood. Very variable. Very variable. Dwarves shitting in each other's beds is a step too far in realism, in Vizek's opinion. I mean, it happens, but I feel like it's more of a hyper-real kind of thing, right? It's not a common occurrence. If it looks about 1/3 of the size of the flooded area, it should do. Yeah. Yeah, should be right. Should be fine. No need to panic. Man, I can't believe how much sweet artifact armor we've got. How many actual wafers of adamantine have we got left? That's important to know. 2. Well, that helm only took 1 wafer. That's nice. That's lovely. We should end up with some fresh adamantine soon. Although I've been having trouble even getting down 1 layer. I've got to be much more careful about the way I'm carving out this adamantine, or carving out this obsidian to get down to the adamantine. Otherwise we're going to end up taking forever to get it sorted. Jesus, miners, come on. Why you got to take so long? Why you got to be so slow? Is it because there's not enough food down here? Do I need to put a little food stockpile in place? Because I bloody well will, mate. I bloody well will. In fact, this room seems perfect for it, doesn't it? Let's put a food stockpile down here just to make sure that there's always a bit of food locally. Makes sense. They're all new miners. Oh, so they keep wandering off. Can't keep focused. Is there a goal for the military once they're fully kitted out? Once they're fully kitted out, which they pretty much are already, training up to a decent standard and then trying them out on something. I mean, maybe we'll open the gates to hell at the end of the fortress. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to finish this fortress, because I do want to put a bookend on it relatively soon, because otherwise Telia's fabulous embark is going to be old news and no one's going to give a damn. But I don't really know what to do, because the fort is going so well. We still have 4039 frames. I mean, we're doing all right. It's not really time to sort of like tank the fortress, is it? Or maybe it is. Who knows? Should I take a break? Oh my God, it's 20 to 2. I really should take a break because this recording is now 2 hours and 19 minutes long. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's been a pleasure recording for you, but you're going to have to wait until the next one now. As if you've watched a feature-length video of me talking about penis pizza and playing Dwarf Fortress. Nobody's done that. If you have, leave a comment, let me know. Say, actually, I did watch the whole thing. And then mental health services can come to your house and make sure you're dealt with appropriately. Bye-bye!